We've gotta stop meeting like this. You know, me, you, me, making a 5+ hour project that takes way too much of my time, and an update video right after. Happens more than once. It's a weird coincidence, isn't it? And we're back. You know, originally the idea I had for this update video was after I did all the projects, I would burst through that door and show off my college degree. Like a triumph, you know, but on the one hand, the last video doesn't really feel like a triumph that much. Also, I graduated like a year ago at this point, so it's a little late. Also, I should probably, you know, not show my degree on camera. I mean, I have it, it's official, you know, I have a bachelor's in English for creative writing and communication, so that's cool. Have I done anything with it? Let's not talk about that. But what we can talk about is, since the last update video, my goal was, hey, let's just hit 1,000 subs. Not by the end of the year or anything, because that didn't happen, but, you know, just generally. And you know what? We did it! Java update, fuck off. We actually hit 1,000 subs, so, that's really fucking cool. I did not think I would do that, actually. You know, I have the highest and the lowest expectations, so I'm glad to get anything. And now that we've hit 1,000 subs, you already know what that means. I'm gonna be making that pizza. It's gonna be good. And I haven't made one in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll try to make it a good vid, you know? Not just like a whatever. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Point is, I'm making a video about making a fucking pizza. Because y'all earned it. And so have I, apparently. And, you know, with hitting 1,000 subs, it also means this channel is now monetized. I promise not to be annoying about it, but I figured I'd let y'all know. You know, I went back and threw it on some videos. Again, I wanted to be, like, properly... I'm not gonna just like, throw, like, hey, here's 2 ads, 2 unskippable ads every, like, 5 minutes. I'm trying to be reasonable about it. Like, you know, it's like, here's an ad break, you know, after a chapter's done of a video or something. Or, like, after half hour. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Still kind of new to it, so we're gonna experiment and see how it goes. It's also monetized on my clip channel, too, because, that's over 4,000 subs. That got there a lot sooner than the main channel did. God damn it. Still great, but you know. It was funny though, because even when it wasn't monetized, I was still getting a couple comments that were complaining about monetization, or like getting ads on like 8-second videos, and it's like, yeah, that's not me. Even if I'm not monetized, YouTube will put ads on the video, and I don't see anything from it. I'm still not putting ads on my 8-second videos, or anything like that on the clip channel. It's only for like the longer ones, or the ones I put more effort into, but you know, still. And not that I'm not gonna recommend, you know, I think you should use ad block. I use ad block. You should even use sponsor block. Not that you're gonna have to worry about that on this channel, at least for a long while, but, you know, it makes the viewing process a lot easier. If you want to use that for any of my videos, fucking go for it. I don't care. Now, we can update that plan as we go along, but, you know, take it as it comes. So anyway, yeah, that's the more immediate stuff I want to talk about. I don't want to waste your time too much. So we're gonna go over like the main big update things first, and then we're going to talk about that Splatoon video I just uploaded. Those Splatoon videos I just uploaded after that. I'm gonna segment this update video. Also, it's partially scripted because I wanted to make sure I have my ducks in a row. So if it seems a little stilted at times, maybe that's why. Also, this camera setup sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, having an all, like, white wall room isn't great for white balance, as I learned in my last video. I'm still kind of working on it, as we can see. I figure it doesn't matter for an update video. If I think it looks ugly or bad enough, I'll just throw some gameplay footage. You know how it is. Yeah, I do know how it is, and then I forgot there's a microphone in front of the camera, which honestly didn't look that bad, but it was still annoying me enough. Let's just do this over gameplay footage. It's gonna be easier on all of us. So first off, let's talk about plans for the channel and, you know, my room and myself immediately, and that is to reorganize/rebrand. I know rebrand is like a scary, you know, like a corporate word, but it's more of just like, I want to update my channel banner, I want to update my profile pic. Technically, I've already updated my name, you know, I'm Zeter966 now on this channel, which is what I was calling the clip channel, but I figured that's probably a better name for my main. It's a little more streamlined than ZeterSteel966 mod. Rolls off the tongue better. And then as for the clip channel, stream channel, I'm trying to update those too. But before I get to all that, I'm trying to, like, you know, reorganize my room. Kind of want to, like, maybe try a different, like, setup that's not in my bedroom, if I'm able to, because I'm trying to have a better workspace for my head, trying to separate it more so I can more easily do leisurely stuff, but also more easily get into the workflow of making videos. You know, allow myself to get some, like, deep focus in, you know? Also because, long story short, Windows fucking sucks. It sucks, but I need it for editing. I'm still on Windows 10, I'm still getting the security updates, but I think those are gone, like, October. So by that point, I'm just going to have Windows on, like, an offline PC. Maybe, I don't know. It would distract me less while I'm editing videos, for sure. And then, like, on my main computer, I can just, like, run a version of Linux. Legitimately, if I wasn't doing video work, I'd probably just be on Linux already, but, well, Sony Vegas doesn't really run on Linux. I'm sure there's alternatives, but... Oh, also, since last time, I have a better computer now. I built one a little bit ago. I got super lucky, because I only had the 32 gigs of RAM, and then I was running into trouble while editing the Splatoon video. I'm like, okay, I need more RAM, this is getting frustrating. So now I have 64 gigs, and I did like that like a month or two before RAM prices jumped up, and I'm like, holy shit, I got fucking lucky. Oh, I am so grateful I ran into issues and I had to do that at that time. Ay, fuck these prices, man. Gas is like $5 right now where I am. I have to get gas on my way to work tonight. Even data storage is expensive. That's also why I'm reorganizing, because like I had over a terabyte of Splatoon footage that I can now finally start deleting. I have over a terabyte of TF2 clips I gotta go through. I want to work through those, try to finally get back on uploading on the clip channel as it is now. Try to do weekly uploads at least or something for like a year. Which is funny that I have that many TF2 clips. I'm detoxing from TF2 right now because I was kind of just defaulting to it too much. Still like it. I was still enjoying it. It was just like it was taking too much both productivity and enjoyment from other things away. So I'm just like, okay, I gotta calm down. I got almost 3,000 hours in this. I'm sure I'll come back for an update, but for now, I'm gonna uninstall it. And that has helped a lot. Speaking of other channels, I have the stream channel, and I kind of want to turn that into like a unedited or like minimal edit long form gaming channel. I'm probably just gonna stop streaming, minus like Splatfests, because like when I do stream games, I'm basically just doing a let's play. And then when people actually do come into the chat, I'm like nervous about it. I also just can't keep a consistent schedule / stream enough to keep an audience anyhow. It's like even when I do start to gain traction, then I don't stream for like a month. It's not at all like when I kind of was starting back during lockdown and didn't have a job, so I could kind of be consistent. Can't really do that anymore, especially since my job has inconsistent schedules. So I'm just like, fuck it, let's just cut out the middleman. Honestly, I feel like at this point, even though the VODs, they don't do anything spectacular or anything, but they do fine enough, I may as well just make them like long Let's Plays or whatever. Probably upload like reactions there, because actually I did unlist all of my reactions and like my stream highlights from the main channel just to clean it up a bit. I was gonna unlist more, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. But those I feel like didn't really fit the vibe as much. You can still watch them in playlists I have on the channel, but I took those off like the video page. Probably won't be doing those on here anymore, but on the other channel, maybe. Also kind of want to do a music channel, but I don't really know if I have enough ideas or drive to do that. I'll go more over it later, but I'm trying to like size down on stuff, so maybe doing another channel isn't gonna help for that. And then also while I'm doing this, I might do like a quick one-off for the main channel here. Just like a fun whatever video. Because I've already written a lot of funny bits for it, but it's like I still have to record it, and if I record it and it's just not that good, I'll probably scrap it. We'll see. That's everything in the immediate vicinity of what I'm trying to do right now. Now let's go into stuff, or plans for the channel generally, what to expect. And what to expect is, I am not going to say, because I am bad with promises. Because here's the thing, I have a lot of video ideas. I could be doing this for my whole life and maybe not even make every video I want to. Chances are that's what's gonna happen. I only have so much time, and I don't want to say I'm doing something and then I pivot, or I have a better idea or something I don't think is gonna be all that worth my time and then not do it. I don't want to set up expectations and then for nothing to come of them. Not even to fail those expectations, but for them to just fizzle out and die. This channel, the stream channel, the clip channel, all of this is just me doing everything. And this is what I mean earlier when I said I'm going to scale back. I need to, because otherwise I'm just going to get overwhelmed and burn myself out or like dread doing some of this, like kind of what ended up happening with the Splatoon videos. So as a result of scaling back, I want to do less big projects like those Splatoon videos, and then more small to moderate projects. Small projects I would consider stuff like the Deltarune Excitetruck video I made, and then moderate stuff is more like the Hell Life 2 videos. Because those weren't really that high effort videos, they were just long. They took a decent bit of time to make, but only because there was a lot of footage and they ended up being longer videos. There wasn't a lot of like editing to do. Like between the base game, episode 1 and episode 2, all 3 of those videos, they probably averaged out to like a month. Maybe not even. So moderate stuff like that, I'd like to be able to do that. Or, you know, even just like smaller videos that I can do condensed of, like Native Streamer Overdose, something like that. That's a little closer to a bigger project, but you know, that's, I think, as big as I would want to go from now on for the immediate next few years. I think brevity will bring out the best in me, and I think I'll explain that a little more later. But yeah, I'm bad with promises, so from now on, I might say I'd like to do a video on something, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. To give a couple examples, I'd like to do edited playthroughs of all the 3D Zelda games, because I fucking love Zelda, and then also, at least once the actual game is finished, Deltarune. I've already recorded chapters 3 and 4, I'm technically in the process of still playing Tears of the Kingdom for the first time, and I've recorded all of that. Still need to beat it, but you know, that's something I'd like to do in the future. That would be like a moderate effort project, because it's long, but it would be like very low edits. Maybe I put that on the stream channel, I don't know. And like, these are projects that are pretty likely I'll do, especially Zelda, just because I fuck with Zelda heavy, so it's not that much of a struggle to do. The desire is just gonna probably pop up, but again, not guaranteed. Although that said, I have been in a very big mood to play Wind Waker and or Twilight Princess in these past couple of years, and it's only growing stronger, so again, very, very likely, but not guaranteed. Not guaranteed. That's the key here. I'd like to do something with the new Tomodachi Life game, because again, I think I'm gonna be really into that, but I don't know if what I would record is gonna be good enough for a video or series. I might try to make it a video and record it, but if I don't think it's funny enough or entertaining enough, I'm probably just gonna scrap it. So I don't want to say I'm gonna do it and then either not do it and have that fall out, or do it and it's just not as good as I wanted it to be, but I said I'd do it, so I did it. And a big one, I'd like to do more big edited videos. You know, I mentioned in the Splatoon videos, I want to do a video on all the Splatoon 3 Splatfests. I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm not sure I have the willpower for it anymore. And I don't know if I'll have the time or resources or the willpower to do it at any point in time. As much as I would like to, and as much as I think it's good to be a good video, it's just, man, it's a lot of effort, man. I don't know if I can go through it again. And then there's another big edited video like that that I'm gonna keep a secret because I want that to be more of a surprise. But that's one I would really like to do. It's just, again, time, resources, willpower. And, you know, those are just examples of that. Nothing, I'm gonna make some exceptions, but nothing I say from this point is going to be guaranteed. Because I think keeping my options open and being like, do I wanna do this? Do I not? Is it will be very important for me, like, curating the things I think are going to be good and then the things I'm going to enjoy. Not just video-wise, but creation-wise. And with that and scaling back, I think I do want to say that a goal I want for myself is to do, like, 1 upload a month. That would be great, but again, it's something I'd like to do. No guarantees. You know, with the whole reorganizing and freeing up space stuff I was talking about, I do want to do a video, actually, of all of the scrapped videos I have saved, and only put in, like, the good parts. It's probably what I'm going to do with a lot of the Splatoon campaigns, because I actually recorded those, too. I was going to do condensed on them, but I edited some of the first game's campaign, and I'm like, this is good. I don't really want to do a condensed on this. Maybe, like, a more stripped back, just, like, highlighted playthrough kind of thing. Because I wasn't really feeling the condensed. Maybe side order? Maybe Octo expansion? We'll see. But yeah, most of that would probably be in that project, and it's pretty likely I'm going to do that, but again, no guarantees. Now, that said, I can absolutely guarantee these videos. For real, I'm going to guarantee these. The Smash videos, if not out by this year, will be out next year. I mentioned in the last update video, and it's fucked up because I thought it would be out then, that is that is the next, like, major project I'm going towards. The last fucking Inkling montage, because that's kind of been on the back burner for years. Not in the sense of I've been editing it, but more, you know, I've recorded a decent bit of footage. I have a lot more I need to record, but I've got a good start. There's some elements of the videos I've been working on, ideas for. I really want to make that video, and then finish out the Smash stuff, you know, the Sephiroth video and all that. I said I would, and I haven't. But I promise you, I've been wanting to do it. It's just other things came up, and I didn't really want to do it until after I was done with the Splatoon videos. Really, I didn't want to do it until after the Splatoon 3 Splatfest video, which would have been after the first Splatoon video, but now I'm not going to really do that now, at least for the near future. So Smash is next in terms of a big video, but as far as big videos go, that's probably going to be the last one for a while. So hopefully I can get it out this year. Also, since we did hit 1,000 subs, I guarantee we'll do that pizza video. I will also guarantee, a bit of a weird one, but I will do a couple Hat in Time videos this year. Nothing big, just like some mod playthroughs and all that. Stuff I've wanted to do for a little bit. I want to get those out. And the last video I will guarantee is, I can't remember it right now. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll remember what it was. I guarantee there will be another like video project this year. But I can't remember what it is for the life of me. I'm sure I will. It's only a matter of time. But that's it. Outside of what I just said, guaranteed there from Smash to that last thing I can't remember, anything else is up in the air, or I'll keep it to myself. Because I'm bad with promises. Or like even with the last update video, I know I said I'd do Halo Infinite Condensed when I got a new computer. I have a new one, I could probably do it, but like, I don't know. Kind of want to wait for mods to be a little more available for that. I think once we get some good mods, maybe then I'll do it, but that's not something I really want to do right now. Sad to say. Alright, that's the plans immediately and generally for the channel. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Splatoon. So let's start from where it all stemmed from. So I said I have a lot of video ideas, and I do, but after, and this is going back a little bit, making the Wii music vid I did, I was kind of struggling with figuring out what to do next. It's not that I didn't have ideas, it's just, the thing is, I knew I wanted to do another long-form edited video like the Wii music vid, and I had an idea for one, not Splatoon, but the one I mentioned that I'm keeping a secret, but I wanted to do one before that one, because I didn't know if I was good enough to make the secret one, and I didn't want to do one right after Wii music, give myself a little bit of a break. I experimented with recording a bit of stuff. I was going to do this thing where it's like I played through a game and then edited it down to 1 hour of the best stuff. Like, an hour of blank game. I tested that. You know, I started trying to, like, record, like, me playing Pizza Tower, like, do a quick session of that, and I did a quick session of Needy Streamer Overdose, see if I can work on 2 things at once. And then I kind of just got into Needy Streamer Overdose, and I ended up just doing that. Wasn't even gonna be a condensed, but I'm like, you know what, I edited this down. It's over an hour, but it's not that long. I may as well just make it a full fucking video, why not? And then from making the Wii music video and not knowing what to do, I went to making the Needy Streamer Overdose video, and then just being led down a path that led me to where I am now. Because then the end of that video, you know, I pulled out the Mad World comparison, because then the chainsaws appeared, and like, well, I kind of had an idea to do the Mad World video, but that might be too much. And then the ending happened, and like, no, this is too good of a segue, I gotta do that one next. Because then I started to record the gameplay for Mad World and then the Splatoon ranked stuff at the same time, and then I was also trying to do the Splatoon campaigns as well, but then I procrastinated the Splatoon ranked stuff to work on the Mad World video, and then Side Order came out sooner than I thought it was going to, so then I really had to record all the campaigns for that. Plus, when I did Octo Expansion, I fucked up the recording halfway through the original playthrough I did, and I also didn't really like what I was doing for that playthrough, so I ended up just recording the whole game again, which I think did end up better, but again, I don't even know if I'm gonna make that a video. It might just be a part of a larger video. And then I kind of just worked on the Mad World video until the deadline for Splatoon ranked for the server shutting down really started to kick in, and then I locked in for that, and then I finished that. You know, it turns out I'm really bad at multitasking and working on multiple projects at once. I think that's another reason I'm going to scale down, because it's like, I really can't only work on one thing at once. And then the plan after, you know, getting S Plus and recording all of that was to finish the Mad World video and then do that. Then I found out about the move, and I'm like, I want this to be a part of the video. And if I wanted to do that before we moved out, it meant I had to write part 1 of the video, at least, before we moved out. So I put off the Mad World video a bit, and I did that, and I was able to finish it in time, I think a week before. But I did know I was in trouble when I wrote it, and I'm like, oh, this is longer than the Wii Music video already. Fuck. And I guess I wasn't too worried about the length of the video, because I'm like, this is more of a personal project, so I'm just going to write what I feel is I want to write. It doesn't really matter the length, I'm just going to make it, because it's a personal thing. Also to see if I can do it. Hey, turns out, Zeter, you can. Doesn't mean you should. And then after we moved and we all got situated, the focus went back to the Mad World video, which ended up being a fucking struggle, if only just for the audio balancing. I'm still not really happy with how that video was audio balanced. I'd like to remaster it one day. But yeah, after that, I started to write part 2, which, of course, since that was the longest, and since I didn't write notes for any of the recordings beforehand, it took a pretty long while to, like, know what I was going to write about and how well to write it. And then I thought I would be able to do that, and that it would be my next project. It's kind of what I alluded to after the Mad World video, but, then Half-Life 2 got a 20th anniversary update, and, the want was too strong. And to be honest, the Half-Life 2 videos are a detour I do not regret taking, even if it was essentially responsible for those Splatoon videos not getting finished by the end of 2025 and instead this year. But I don't regret it because I really enjoyed making those Half-Life 2 videos. It's one of my favorite games, and I feel like I made a really enjoyable video that I really enjoyed myself. Sporadic passion seems to yield the videos I enjoy making the most, which include those Half-Life videos, the Deltarune Excitetruck video even, because I was excited about the Deltarune chapters coming out and I wanted to do something about that. Even the Mario Strikers video I did. I still like that one. And so yeah, after the Half-Life 2 videos were done, it was back to the part 2 script, but now I had a deadline of my semester ending since I'd be moving out of my college apartment due to graduating, and it was tight, but I did it and I recorded the live parts the night before I moved, which is partially why I drank, because those Modelo's were expired, but I didn't want to bring them back. And then once I moved back and I was done with college, it was just a matter of finishing part 3, which, you know, wasn't too long, it was like 10 pages. That went smoothly. Recording the script, not so much, because during the recording process, I went and took that Ireland trip with my family for almost 2 weeks. There was another family thing I did that took almost as long. Just before all of that, the Switch 2 came out, and again, Deltarune chapters 3 and 4, so I recorded that, did the Deltarune Excitetruck vid to satisfy my fixation. And so all of that probably took a month away from working on the video and getting the recording. But then once all of that was done and it was near the end of the summer, it was basically just that in terms of what I was making for videos. Of course, life gets in the way and, you know, I work a job. This is a hobby, of course. It's not like I was editing every day. Usually if I did, I'd edit for like 1 to 3 hours before or after work. Even if I had a day off, that doesn't mean I'd edit. If I had 2 days off in a row, I would try to, but usually what would happen is I'd edit a good amount the first day and then almost none at all the next day, despite thinking I would. Various reasons for this, you know, laziness, difficulty filling the video because I'm very particular about stuff, I'm very deliberate. The large majority of what you're seeing in a video with what I'm saying for an edited video like that, it's like, there's a reason I'm putting that clip there. It's not just filler video. Maybe for like 5 to 10% of the video I'll do that. Because sometimes it really doesn't matter, but I like to try and be particular when I can. Being overwhelmed due to the size and scope of the project, another reason why I'm trying to scale down. Even if I do an edited video, it's probably gonna be, I don't know, try to limit myself to 30 minutes, at least under an hour. General human emotions, you know, seasonal depression and all that. And, of course, struggling with the personal aspect, especially when it came to part 3. Sometimes I would try to work on the video and then I'm like, oh, right, I have to do this, like, emotional part. I'm not in the mood to do this. I don't want to face myself right now. And I would not edit for days, just because of that. It's like, on the one hand, yes, once the editing started, I would say this whole project, parts 1, 2, and 3, took 9 months to edit, but also it's like, it's not 9 months of straight editing. I took a lot of breaks, because I knew it was long, I'd kind of paced myself. But even when I wasn't pacing myself, sometimes I just wouldn't work on the project. I know, like, making the personal stuff in that video about, like, you know, the server shutting down, seeing an end to a past part of my life, and, like, you know, the whole thing with the move. Maybe it was a little too personal, maybe, and, you know, of course, maybe it turned some people off to the video. But I really wanted to do it. I made that fucking video for me, and I don't regret doing that. not just to make it personal, but also to push myself in terms of, like, what I make. You know, I'm a big fan of David Bowie, and there's a quote from him that I really take to heart about what I make. Just generally how I, like, try to create stuff, and how I even go about making my YouTube videos, or at least on the main channel. Maybe clip channels and stuff, not so much main channel. And the quote goes,
"If you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth, and when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting."
I seriously take that advice to heart. I'm inspired by a lot of what Bowie did, and especially, like, in terms of how he views artistry and all of that, especially, like, closer to once he hit the mid to late 90s and after that. Maybe some of the stuff in the 70s, not so much. It's a little rockier in that era. As good as his albums in that period are, you know, better in the 80s, but then his music output in the 80s wasn't as good. It's a thing. Either way, I think about that particular quote a lot, and that line of reasoning is why I made the Splatoon 1 videos, to have that personal aspect to it, especially by part 3. I wanted to push myself because I have a hard time talking about myself because, you know, I'm very introverted, and honestly, I'm a very boring person. I really don't like talking about myself, as much of a narcissist as I think I am, because, like, who gives a fuck? But I wanted to try. I felt like it was worth trying. Unfortunately, you know, like I said, I had a hard time facing myself like that and working in an environment encompassed by it. This definitely caused me to take longer with the video, because there were days and days of me not wanting to think about that stuff and not touching the project, you know, like I all said, just until I was able to, like, be into it or just suck it up and push through it. And again, by the time I was at the end of work on the video, and even now, I do feel positive about it. I feel like it's probably the personal stuff I'll like more, rather than just the stuff I was talking about with, like, the server shutting down and all that. But, you know, that's because I made it, you know? That's me. How other people will view it, I don't know. But to the same extent, I don't really care if the personal angle took people out of the video or whatever, because I made it clear this one was for me and I fucking meant it. And besides, if you come to this channel, you should come for me, not a fucking Wikipedia text-to-speech, or, you know. Now, that said, this still took too fucking long. Again, I took 9 months to edit. It probably took like 8 months to edit. I don't know. And that's before, you know, actually playing through the ranked stuff, recording my voice lines and scripting. And because of that, I have a lot of contempt for this project, as much as I have affection for it. I think that contempt really started to seep through into parts 2 and 3 especially. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel about those, but yeah, I mean, it's me expressing myself still, even if it's frustration. But I really don't want to be at that place again, so, I guess because of that, and because I tried it, I'm glad I did, don't expect me to get personal on a video, at least for a long while. With maybe an exception or two here and there. We'll see how things play out. You know, I love myself, which is a very, you know, a narcissistic thing to say, but, like, you know, it's important to love yourself, and I do love myself. But sometimes, you know, I'm not enough. And I know I'm kind of selfish. I was definitely selfish with making this project. And, you know, I gotta live with that. And, you know, speaking of being selfish, let's talk about performance review. Let's talk about how well the channel and stuff on it has been doing, because, I think overall, I am both grateful and let down about the progress I've made, because this is both more and less than I could have expected. Because on the one hand, I'm like, oh, nothing's gonna do well, it doesn't matter what I do, nothing's going to gain any traction, but, you know what? There have been surprises. You know, we had the creator DLC video I did for A Hat in Time that hit over 150,000 views. Holy shit. Didn't think I'd be hitting that at all. So doing that rocks. The Deltarune Excitetruck video, I was thinking, like, oh, if it does well, I'll do like 1,000, 2,000, you know, people like Deltarune, I like it. And then that hit over 50,000, which rocks, especially because I really liked that one. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to make more videos, doing it more like the Deltarune Excitetruck video would be great, because that was a purely positive experience. I mean, it took like a week to make. I mean, probably closer to 8 days, but it's like I thought it up, recorded it, and then, you know, edited it and had it out the door in like a week. The edited stuff at the start and the end, that took maybe 5 days of the editing process. Everything else was in the 2 or so days after. Went by quick, I enjoyed it, I liked the video, it came out, it did well, and other people liked the video too. Purely positive experience, no negatives, or well, purely positive. The worst part about that video was drinking that god-awful IPA. I do not like Two Hearted. We have it, it is one of the only 2 beers we have on tap at all times at work, and I don't know, well, I know why, it's because it sells well. I don't understand people's palates. It's not even that I don't like Bell's, I like Oberon fine enough. But that's seasonal. I'll tell you what, I don't like flipping the keg at work. And that's kind of another reason I want to go towards brevity, because I hope to do more like that. Because I found if I work on a project and it's starting to linger more than it should, usually if it's a bigger project and it's like 3 or so months have passed, I really start to get down about it. And, you know, if I work on something for that long and it doesn't do well, it's kind of a bummer, but if it's only like a week, less of a downer. You know? So, you know, videos like that have done well. I have, you know, hit a stride or two. Unfortunately, on the other end, things I wanted to do well didn't. Obviously, the Splatoon 1 videos did not do that much. Which, to be fair, I didn't think Part 3 would be doing anything really. But Part 1 and Part 2, I was kind of hoping would do a little better than they did. Part of why I made them into parts was so that they'd be more easily digestible. If you don't really care about the retrospective or whatever, you can just do the ranked video, that kind of thing. And to be fair, I think it did work to an extent, it's just, it worked in a very small way. Even the Half-Life 2 videos I thought would do better, because I thought they'd be funnier, but, you know, maybe that's because they weren't the best audio mixed either, along with the Mad World video. To be fair, the Mad World video I did not expect to do well. I knew that would get age restricted, and with the weird audio mixing, I knew that one wasn't going to do well, I was fine with that. But the Half-Life 2 videos and the Splatoon 1 videos, not really taking off or anything, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bummed. And I'd be lying if I said, you know, if those videos had done really well or had taken off, maybe I'd be more motivated to do the Splatoon 3 Splatfest video, but, you know, you gotta take these things as they come. I feel like I've said that a lot in this update video. I guess just since, with all the stuff I've done since the last update video, something I've learned is that there's an unfortunate constant with what I've done on YouTube, and it's that the more effort I actually put into something, the less likely it's gonna do well. And that's not to say everything I've made has come out 100% like I wanted it to. The audio mixing on the Half-Life 2 videos could have been a little better. The Mad World video especially could have done better with the audio mixing, but still. Or maybe less so effort and more time put in, because all the videos I've made that have done well on YouTube, including for the clip channel as well, are all videos I've made in less than a month, at most, maybe a month. The Deltarune Excitetruck video, like I said, only took about a week. The Creator DLC video took around 3 weeks, and I was sick when I was making that too, so it took a little longer than it should have. And then even on my clip channel, it's like all the videos that have done the best on that channel are just like the random same old videos of like a silly 15-second clip, rather than some of the other ones where I decided to put more effort into them, maybe even make them a little longer, and then those instead do average or worse. Meanwhile, come back to the main channel, it's the same thing, where it's like the videos I'm putting more time into, the ones that are taking months and months, and then they'll do like, you know, triple-digit views. Maybe I'll break 1,000 if I'm lucky. I think part of the reason why that Creator DLC and the Deltarune Excitetruck video did well was just because it was more apparent that there was effort put into parts. And also they were like decently length videos. Like, you know, it's a lot harder to watch like a 3-hour video on something from someone you don't really know, especially if it's not like really good quality. I think ultimately it's like, if I really was at that point, I'd be seeing better numbers and all of that. But I'm not, so I don't think I'm there yet. But yeah, time put into a video doesn't really seem to be a factor, or if anything, the more time I put into a video is a worsening factor of how it performs. Not to put too much on, like, oh, how a video performs, I just want it to be a good video or whatever, but it's like, you know, I want people to see it. I want people to enjoy it, and in order to enjoy it, they at least have to see it first. As much as I could blame the algorithm or anything, really, I think it's just, I could be better. And I want to be better. I also just really hate videos where it's like, I've seen people complain about their videos not doing well. It just seems petty. It's like, yeah, I'm bummed about it, but ultimately it's just like, you know, it didn't do well. I guess that's the benefit of this being a hobby and not having to do this for a living, though, you know? I have that benefit. Now, that said, this is all in regards to views and such, because generally, even if a video I put out doesn't do well in that sense, the reception of the videos I've made have seemed to be pretty positive, and, you know, that means a lot. Even just, like, the odd comment here or there that's talking nice about it, or, you know, just talking because of the video, or even just the video getting some likes. It's like, you know, if a video only gets 100 views, but it's got, like, I don't know, 20-something likes, I'm probably overshooting with the ratio of likes, but I mean, what I'm getting at is that it seems like the people who do end up watching the videos do enjoy them. That means a lot. It really does, because that means, hey, people are actually enjoying this, or at least giving it the time of day. You know, it's better than no likes, it's better than getting dislikes. Not that I haven't been getting dislikes. I try not to hide. I mean, YouTube hides it for me, but you can get extensions for that. So it's like, you know, the things I put out, it's like when people do watch it, they like it, and I appreciate that, of course. And really, it's just a good part of why I want to scale back, because I feel like if I'm able to make smaller projects, I'm going to be able to focus on making those a little more quality, or at least the quality will be more apparent, rather than stretching myself out long ways with what I did with, like, the Splatoon projects. I won't get so overwhelmed, and I can focus more on making things look a little cleaner. Or if not cleaner, I don't know. Because I don't want to compromise and just make myself, like, another safe YouTube channel. I don't want to be cookie cutter or anything, but I would like more people to actually watch my shit. I want people to care. I don't know. I guess there's a lot I could say, and I don't know if I will say the right thing, so I'll just leave it at, I want to try to scale... I want this YouTube thing to work, you know? And I know I can do it. I just have to want it. You know, like with getting S+ in Splatoon 1 in the video. I just need to really look at myself and be like, I want this. And I know I can do it. So I just need to want it. Because believe me, I watch a lot of YouTube. I browse a lot. I'm pretty much on here every day watching shit. And I will say, the more and more I do, the more do I get annoyed, both as a viewer and a creator. Not to say there isn't a little bit of envy or jealousy in there, but also it's just like, man, there's some people doing better numbers than me, and I know I can do better than them. That's simplifying that a lot, and again, that does sound kind of douchebaggy, but it's like, you know, what the fuck am I doing? I got this. Come on, what am I doing? Not to try and put other people down, because ultimately it's like, if you're not being, like, hateful or pushing an agenda like that, you know, I'm glad people are able to do what they want to, and you know, I understand getting the bag and all of that, but, you know, I'll also browse the homepage of my recommendations, and I'm like, there is just so much that's making me depressed on here. But yeah, I guess that's what I worry about, because it's like, I want to make more stuff, and like, I want to kind of make it more appealing, but I don't want, like, I still want to push myself and not feel like I'm safe, but in a way that works on a smaller scale, because I want to put out more stuff, because I think that will help me thrive. I just don't want to become too pandery, I guess. I don't know, man, this whole shit's tricky. I guess, wow, in terms of this being an update, this was long. I'm sorry, but I wanted to get these things straight, because I don't know when my next update video will be, and I don't really want to focus on this stuff on the channel outside of update videos, so I want to make sure I get it all lined out. So I hope I was able to cover everything I wanted to. And with that said, I will leave it at this. Like I said at the end of the Splatoon 1 videos, I want to do good, but I am here for me, so don't get it twisted. Once I'm ready, might not be this year, or even the next, but when I am, I'm coming out swinging.